Well, a few days ago, an Austin man got on an airplane and flew to Virginia. He picked up something there and held it carefully in his hands all the way back here to Texas. Today, our Jim Swift somewhat less carefully held that same thing in his hands.
The first one that we got of these was this bat of Pete Rose's, which he hit his 159th home run up with.
This was his second to last home run, and it was on the cover of Time magazine.
TriviaMania.com. It's an online game company, and it's also a place where the powers that be take trivia to heart.
There's not only the appointments she had, dentist appointments.
Here, for example, rests in peace Marilyn Monroe's date book, complete with large gaps in the entries.
She had an incredibly full schedule, you can see, but there's these gaps that you'll bump into every once in a while. And one of the most famous gaps was when she was hospitalized for emotional exhaustion.
The next piece we have is Richie Cunningham's junior year track letter sweater from Happy Days.
This contains Jack Ruby's hat. This is the hat Jack Ruby wore on November 24th, 1963, when he shot and killed Lee Harvey Oswald.
How much? How much did
this
you?
Was $50,000.
$50,000.
Another Ruby memento in these guys' trivia collection.
We move in kind of to our the macabre here.
The chains that kept Oswald's killer tied to his hospital bed when he was dying.
Just looking at it, it's very sinister. You know, it's a kind of scary piece.
Which brings us to, drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Illinois cornflake.
Now, what's interesting to me, Jim, is that I have shown this to a dozen different newsmen. And in fact, I had lunch with the New York Times editorial board on Saturday and walked around with it. None of them would touch it. But you had no problem with that. You just open it up and touch it, move it around, no problem.
What are you talking about? I'm fixing to eat it.
Yes, it's the famous Illinois-shaped cornflake plucked from a cereal box by two young women from Virginia.
All right, here.
And purchased by these intellectual giants for $1,350. But look more closely.
Here's an eye, here's a nose, here's a mouth. Here's hair flowing down. Here's hands in prayer. I think I see the Virgin Mary looking heavenward in prayer.
It looks awful like a cornflake to me. I see the virgin cornflake. That's what I see.
How trivial. Reporting from an undisclosed location. Jim Swift, KXAN, Austin News.